You prayed for the opportunity. You asked God for your moment. But what if I told you most people don't miss their turn because it never came? They miss it because when the door finally opens, they're too afraid to walk through it. And if you're not careful, your turn could be next. You waited. You clapped for everyone else. You supported and encouraged people when you were at your lowest. There were times when you wanted to quit, but you pushed through. You kept praying. You kept fasting. You kept working. Putting your blood, sweat, and tears into something you believed in. Waiting for the day your moment would come. But here's what most people don't realize. Most people pray for their moment. But when it finally arrives, they don't recognize it. Be courageous. Be confident. Be proud of what you built. And stop shrinking yourself just to make other people comfortable. Growth makes people uncomfortable. Nobody talks about you when you're struggling. Nobody debates your choices when you're invisible. They talk when you rise. They talk when you grow. They talk when you stop playing small. The same people who doubted you will suddenly have opinions about you. But you didn't come this far to become smaller. You came this far to become stronger. So don't apologize for becoming the person you prayed to be. If becoming disciplined, if becoming focused, if building a better life makes you the problem, then be the problem. Because you're not building a moment, you're building a legacy. Let me tell you the part nobody celebrates. The higher you climb, the quieter it gets. You cannot take everybody with you. Not because you don't love them, but because growth changes your altitude. Not everyone can breathe where you're going. There will be moments when the applause stops, the encouragement fades, and it will just be you and God. But that's when you realize something powerful. You never needed the crowd to begin with, because success isn't built on who cheers the loudest. It's built on who keeps going when nobody cheers at all. Never forget where you came from, but never let it define where you're going. Because when you start stepping into new levels, people will bring up your past. They'll remind you who you used to be, your mistakes, your old habits. But this is where confidence speaks. Yes, I was that person. Yes, I made those mistakes, but I'm not that person anymore. Not everyone gets access to the new you. Some people don't miss you. They miss the version of you they could control. So choose your battles carefully, because people with nothing to lose can help you lose everything. It's transformation in the journey, not the destination. People think you changed when you reached a certain place in life, but the real change happened during the early grind, the late nights, the failures, the disappointments, the setbacks. That's when you are becoming the person you needed to be. They just weren't paying attention. They weren't there during the building process. People always have something to say when they can't see the vision. But when the results show up, suddenly they're silent. Look at the trees in the spring. Some are fully blossomed. Some are still bare. But just because a tree hasn't bloomed yet, doesn't mean its time isn't coming. Its season is still preparing. And when it finally blossoms, it will be beautiful, full of life, breathtaking. People will stop to admire it, take pictures of it, stand around it in awe. But what they don't see is the growth beneath the surface. So stop watching everyone else's bloom and get back to your work. You don't have to chase what's meant for you. What's meant for you will find you. But that doesn't mean you sit around waiting. It means you keep working. You keep building. You keep preparing. Because somewhere, someone is borrowing your courage. Someone who feels like quitting is watching you and thinking, if they kept going, maybe I can too. Opportunities don't wait forever. And moments like this don't come often. You pray for this. You work for this. You prepare for this. So when the door opens, don't stand there questioning it. Walk through it. Too many people pray for change and panic when change shows up. They hesitate. They doubt themselves. And they let the opportunity pass them by. But the difference between the people who rise and the people who stay where they are is the decision to move forward when the opportunity finally arrives. Your turn is next. The only question is, will you take it? If you're serious about stepping into the life you were meant to live, I created a free guide called 5 Steps to Break Free and Live Boldly. You can get it by subscribing to TyLia's email newsletter using the link in the description. Take the next step.